thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Bryan Snow Show.
Well, good afternoon to one and all in the region, across the nation, and around the world. We welcome y'all to the first full edition of the Bryan Snow Show. And I chose this day, February 1st, because it's a new month, a lot of construction going on, and I just wanted to make sure this gets done right. You know, I got episodes that I've taped in the past month, but I'm going to use those. Believe me, I'm going to use those as promotional material. But who I have today, I got Nurse Namastasia, aka Stacey Piedrahita, coming on in about 9 minutes. And then I have Bryan Bills from the Sportstuff company. We were supposed to do an interview a long time ago, but health got in the way, moving got in the way, all kinds of stuff got in the way. But I will have him as well. Now, for something I only do on Wednesdays on the morning show, Snowman in the Morning, check that out wherever you consume your podcast. The countdown is on. Good Lord. And something my partner Cole Johnson correctly predicted at the top of the season. I didn't want to hear it, but I really didn't want to hear it, but we got it. It's got to be acknowledged. What's the phrase? Acknowledge me? Yeah, I got to acknowledge this. 89 points is all that he needs now to surpass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in terms of total points. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That means the pundits are going to have endless segments about him. Dear God. Dear God. What do you think? How do you think it's going to be when the record's broken? If it's this hyped now, with only 89 points remaining for him to get the record, how is it going to be when he actually does the deed and break the record? And for that matter, where? For that matter, where? You know what people are predicting? That he's going to do it in San Francisco, California, at the Chase Center. Dear God. That would put a stain on the Chase Center, wouldn't it? That would absolutely put a stain on the Chase Center. Golly. It's like it's right there. It's I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe I'm talking about this. But it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about because, you know, Stacey King famously said it about Derrick Rose. The hype is real. The hype has been real. Now they got people predicting where he's going to break the record and when and at what point during the game where he's going to break the record, what's going to happen when he breaks the record. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Golly, I can't believe I just said that aloud. I can't believe I just said that aloud. Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Good Lord. The hype is, that's all I got to say. The hype is real. The hype is stupid right now. The hype is absolutely stupid. Lord knows I talk about it Wednesday mornings when I do Brown Sexual Confessions on Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. And I can't believe I'm talking about it here. But it's bleeding into everything. Yikes. It's bleeding into everything. Oh, brother. I don't know what to do. I mean, my eyes are going to hurt. My brain's going to hurt. Hell, my brain's hurting now. What am I talking about? My brain hurts now. Lordy, lordy, lordy. And I'm almost afraid to see. No, I am afraid to see what will happen. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. Can y'all believe all the hype that's going on right now with this? 89 points. The countdown was on at the top of the season, okay? The countdown was on at the top of the season. And now it's getting close to everything. Boy, oh boy, the ceremony, wherever he breaks the record that's going to take place, is going to be off the charts. But I feel it's also going to be a dud. I feel it's going to be a dud. And unfortunately, we have to keep our eyes on that. Yuck. The nurse joins me after this.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus, smarter than energy.
So this thing called sports, it has fans again. It has full stadiums, full arenas, and more. And you want to be a part of it, don't you? Of course you do. If you begin to scour the resale market, there will be tickets available. And what you need to get those tickets that you want so badly is SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the app available to you that lends a hand in helping you get the tickets that you want for the events that you want. SeatGeek rates the tickets on a 1 to 10 scale, and the best part is the tickets are vetted for authenticity, so you know what you are getting and you know you are not getting scammed. And now you can save even more by using the code SNOWMAN and getting $20 off with your very first purchase. Yes, you can do all of that with the power of SeatGeek, helping you get to the games that you want, so you fans can fan. So let's all fan.
This portion of the Bryan Snow Show is brought to you in part by SeatGeek. Get $20 off your first order by using the code SNOWMAN. And now we begin the unfiltered part of the show with my good friend, Nurse Namastasia. Good afternoon, darling.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I was looking forward to this.
Good. Okay. There are two subjects we are talking about today. Both we struggle with. One is sleep, the other is patience. And since I had turned 40 and now 50, I have none.
Yeah.
So how the hell do we get through? How the hell do we get through times that requires patience and you ain't got any? I mean, Lord, listen, you know this to be true. When every year turns, the patience level gets lower and lower and lower and lower, just like a gas tank. And when you run out of gas, you are afraid of what may happen.
Stop giving a fuck. Start building that up. I told you there's 12 magical fucks you get on a daily day. When I'm done with the fucks, we know we're done and I have no patience. So don't come after me expecting to be calm, sweet, prim and proper Stacey when I have no patience, because then it's like a fucking game off, man. Watch it. Yeah, patience. You empty well there, darling. I have none.
Empty well. I love it. I gotta use that. I gotta tell Jody to use that also, because does that okay, you being a nurse for as long as you have been a nurse, does that contribute to the lack of sleep?
Fuck yeah, Bryan. Aren't you burnt out? Burnt out. Well, if you don't have any fire, burnt out. Burnt out in life, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. If you are burnt out and you're going from an empty well, you're on empty.
Right.
And my girlfriend Sherry used that empty well analogy yesterday, because I'm all about filling up my own cup, filling up cups.
Right.
And she's like, darling, if you're going from that well, and I'm like, oh my God, you're right. So when you go from an empty well, find a new well. Keep digging in China until you find a new one.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible.
One of the things I know I've struggled with is sleep, especially as long as I've been in the hospital. I've been out since May, but here it is, February. I'm still thinking of doctors coming into my room at 2:00 in the morning and sticking me, checking my blood and everything. My sleep's been terribly off.
Because you're thinking too much before you go to sleep. I know you're meditating in the morning, but you got to clear your mind before you go to bed. Are you doing that? Obviously not.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So before you go to bed tonight, write out on a piece of paper all the shit you want to get rid of and burn that bitch. And this way you start the day fresh, brand new day.
I love
Let it go, man. It's gonna eat you up again. Let it go.
I love that idea. I absolutely love that idea. This is my Nurse Nama No Fucks, Nurse Namastasia.
I don't know what I am today.
Hanging out with me this afternoon. And I know I have a problem trying to get to sleep. And that piece of advice is something I'll use. Write down everything I want to get rid of and then burn the son of a bitch.
And then put your phone down and don't look at it. At least, and I'll be honest with you, I struggle with this as well. I mean, I definitely struggle, but I practice what I preach. Mm-hmm. But if you put that phone away, have zero distractions, clear your mind before you go to bed. You don't even have to know how to meditate. Everyone knows how to write on a friggin' piece of paper. Right. Get that shit out. And this way you go to bed with a calmer spirit, a calmer nervous system. Listen to some music that relaxes you and try that instead of going for a sleeping pill or something. But I'm not advocating don't do drugs or anything like that, because it does work in a crisis and it does work for most people. But for me, I want to be as holistic as possible, especially after what I've been through. So this is just my experience.
Yes.
So.
I think what I'm going to try is leaving my phone here in my office.
Yeah.
Because Jody has alarms on her phone and she also plugs in an audiobook. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave I think starting tonight, I'm going to leave my phone here in the office. Let it charge. I can hear my alarm because it's Quiet Riot, Bang Your Head.
Oh, yeah. Okay, a little more mellow.
That's it's one of my favorite songs. It's one of my favorite driving songs.
I do love that song.
Jody and I love that song. Matter of fact, one morning she was trying to get up and get going, And she says, okay, tall man, find me some music that'll get me going. And that was the first song that popped in my head.
Yeah. Music
So,
changes everything.
so I pulled up Bang Your Head, Mental Health by Quiet Riot, and blasted it.
Yeah.
And we both were moving to the point where I decided I didn't want to do my show, here in my office. I wanted to do the show on the road. So I was so motivated, I packed my gear, and she looked at me with a surprised look and goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "You're going to drop me at a Starbucks near your office because I feel good enough to be out in public today." And the last 3 times I've done that, I have felt terrific. It felt good to be out in Starbucks or in McDonald's, have the headset on and concentrate on everything that I do and
Yeah.
get everything done. And I have the feeling it's going to depend on the of course on the wireless connections there or through Cricket, that may become a daily habit again.
It has to become a habit or it's not going to work. You're going to keep chasing your tail.
Yes.
21 days, make it a habit. Even if you can stick to one day, pat yourself on the back.
Yep.
Again, remember we talked about this last week. It's each little step that matters.
Yes.
Each little step.
And that step, being out in the public, having people watch
Yeah.
me as I do my show, and they come over and they ask questions. It's like, okay, I'm back. I'm back now.
You're in the groove.
What I did was to lessen the stress. I have pulled the rest of my play-by-play schedule because the last 2 times I was at Jennings County, I had a physical and emotional breakdown.
Yeah.
And that gave me the clue. You're not ready to take on a full season yet. You got to get your body stronger. You got to get your heart stronger.
I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you for finally listening to your body. Great job.
Yeah.
Amen.
I certainly listened to it today because
you have to.
I was supposed to appear on a program at 11 o'clock. And at 11 o'clock, I was zonked out with my dog over on the couch. It's like my body said, okay, you're going to rest whether you like it or not. And I was in the middle, swear to God, I was in the middle of editing my morning show and getting ready to put the clips up. And my body said, fuck this shit, go lay down.
Yep.
I went and laid down. My dog crawled on my side. And the next thing I knew, it was 1 o'clock. What the hell happened? And then I finally got my brain together. I looked at my phone. My daughter had texted me. My wife had texted me, and they're both going, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. I was just zonked out."
Yeah. Yep.
So your body will tell you when you've been through the surgeries and the stuff that Stacey and I have been through. Your body will tell you when it's time to rest.
Your body keeps a score. That book, everyone should read that book because it's again another life changer.
Yeah. Well, being rid of cancer is a life changer for me. We're a year out, almost a year out. April 4th is the magic date. And Jody's already told me when we get the call and the test back that you're officially in remission, we're the fuck out of here.
Yes.
So that works. I said that works for me. And were it not for Jody making the decision to bring us back up here to get some better health care and get a second opinion, I wouldn't be here. Period. I wouldn't be here.
Everyone needs to get a second opinion, sometimes even a third.
Mm-hmm. How important is that? While we're talking about that, how important is that?
You have to be your own advocate. You can't just listen to the doctors and the nurses. And I'm not discrediting anyone, but if you are not your own advocate, if you don't know what works for you and your body, you're going to lose. You're going to end up on a bunch of pills, misdiagnosed, diseases coming out of your ass.
Yes.
And you have to fight for your own health. You have to fight for your own rights. And, as you know, that's one of the reasons why I walked away. I can't be a part of something right now that I'm still too emotionally attached to, obviously.
Howard Kenzo the Warrior in the chat with us this afternoon. He's bringing up different names for motivation. Thanks for being here. Victor Locke is here as well. Expect a few more people to come in as Cole Sports is wrapping up. But it's just so crazy with all the medicine. It's with the medicine that I have to take, in particular the digestive enzymes that I'm on right now. The multivitamin's good. The multivitamin's good. I know these pills are necessary. You know, the necessary ones I will do. But I don't like taking pills.
I don't anymore. I can't.
I don't like taking pills. I also don't like going to the bathroom every 5 minutes, which brings the digestive enzymes to mind.
Yeah, so I was on that crap too.
Yeah, those I got to keep until I get this corrected. Until I get my digestive system corrected, I have to
get the best medicine of all. Look up, get your answers.
Yes, indeed.
Incorporate that into conventional, traditional medicine, and there you go.
I love it. That's the Nurse Namastasia, joining me as she does, unfiltered, uncensored, but with great advice and great tips. And you know, if you need some help getting started with meditation, this is the woman to call right here. So look her up and hook up with her, and you will learn a lot about meditation and motivation. I love you, girl. Thank you so much for coming on today. I appreciate you.
Bye. God bless.
Stacey Piedrahita joining me, aka Nurse Namastasia, aka Nurse Nama No Fucks. And you can tell that today's show is uncensored, unfiltered, like every show is here on the Bryan Snow Show. And thank you all for coming in. You got to fight for the right. That's the truth. That's the absolute truth. Ryan McCoffey, one of my new favorite YouTube channels has been Ben Lionel Scott's channel. He posts motivational speech compilations once a week. That's something I'll have to check out. Now I'm here at the Bryan Snow Show. Thank you, Victor. Thank you so much. If y'all can support the show via Cash App, the tag you need is Tallman Dr. K50, and you can support the Building Network via Patreon, patreon.com/SDM Sports Radio Network. Brian Burns coming up in just a few minutes with the Sportstuff Company. What in the world is that? You'll find out more after this.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus, smarter than energy.
Hey everyone, I'm joined by my old friend, Mr. Ellis Williams, AKA Mr. Biggs. You called me and you told me, you said, man, I got Car Shield and it worked. What made you get it?
I have this old SUV and I know the manufacturer warranty is about to run out. I didn't want to get stuck with expensive car repairs.
Right.
So I gave Car Shield a call. Coverage was very affordable and there was no long-term contract. A few months after that, transmission went on my car. I took it to my mechanic, they called Car Shield and saved my family on $2,400.
Car Shield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles. You'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge.
Give Car Shield a call today before it's too late. Remember,
Car Shield cars go farther.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call 800-513-9263.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more.
Call 800-973-6121.
Welcome back to the Wednesday edition of the Bryan Snow Show, officially episode 1. And what I'm going to do with the podcast version that you can pick up wherever you consume your podcast is put the entire episode up, sans the commercials. And I'm just going to put the entire episode up. What I'm also going to do, besides that, I'm going to put the episode up in its entirety, and I'm also going to clip the interviews and put those up as well. And it'll be on 2 channels under Snowman Multimedia on YouTube. And like I said, you can get this wherever you consume your podcast. 31 after the hour. Brian Bills is on the way to talk about the Sportstuff company and to talk about his career as a sports agent at the SMWW agency. So we'll talk about that. I got a question. And the question goes like this. How much do y'all want to bet that the main headline that everyone's going to look at concerning Super Bowl 57 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles is that there are 2 black quarterbacks in the game? Tick, tick, tick. And it already started. Now, I understand how historic that is. I do. Don't get it twisted. I understand how historic that is. But can we concentrate on how the quarterbacks play on the field and not their color? I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this to be truthful. Because the more you concentrate on the quarterback's color, the more that takes away from the coverage of the Super Bowl. And I know it's a historic fact. I know that. But what about how these guys play the game? What about how these guys lead their teams? What about how these guys have overcome adversity? And part of it is their color. I get that. That's part of the adversity. And how they developed into great quarterbacks. Again, I get it. Man, I get it. But let's talk about how they lead their teams. Let's let the stories be about how they have gotten to where they are. Let's talk about how these quarterbacks have built their teams. How about that? Let's talk about how the teams support them. Not only with the great players, but their support system. How about that? How about we talk about the fact that these are 2 of the best quarterbacks in the game? How about that? Cole Sports is in the building. He says, thank you, partner, for showing love. Always a pleasure. It's great that there are two black quarterbacks starting in the Super Bowl. I love the fact that there are two leading MVP candidates, period. Bingo. Bingo. Let's not have all the coverage on the Super Bowl be on the fact that there are two black quarterbacks starting in the Super Bowl. How about the fact that there are two leading MVP candidates? How about the fact that Patrick Mahomes had a superior performance with a bum ankle? How about that Jalen Hurts had a superior performance against the best defense in the league? How about those facts? How about the fact that, I'll say it again, these are two of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. And Patrick Mahomes has been there since he became a starter for the Kansas City Chiefs. Jalen Hurts, same thing. When he became a starter for the Philadelphia Eagles. Same thing. Can we concentrate on the full body of work for Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts and not just their color? Can we concentrate here and now, again, on the full body of work that these two have put forth? Can we concentrate on that? Can we make that a focal point? And you know the Pearl Wax are going to come out of nowhere. And yes, I said it. You know the Pearl Wax are going to come out of nowhere. Celebrating these two teams, and they don't know a lick about football. Can I get a witness, Cole Sports? Can I get a witness, Ryan McCarthy? Victor Locke, Howard Kenzel? Can I get a witness? I'll say it again. These Pearl Blacks are going to come out of nowhere. And half of them don't know a lick about football. Not a lick. I'll leave it there. And now I will welcome my guest, Mr. Bryan Bills of the Sportstuff Company. Good afternoon to you, sir. How are you?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. We've been trying to get together for a long time, but my health got in the way and schedules got in the way, but here we are. I am so blessed to have you aboard.
Okay, no problem. And how is your health now?
Much better.
Good.
Cancer's gone. I'm up and walking every day, getting stronger every day, making sure I get my dog out and I get out and get around. I'm doing great.
Awesome. Good to hear. Always good to hear good news.
Tell me about the Sportstuff Company and how you got that started.
Well, it started maybe almost 20 years ago, actually. The Sportstuff Company is actually divided in three parts. There's a apparel department, there's a training where I do personal training, and then there's a professional player representation. It started when actually I was coaching a little league team and they made a hat that I did not like. Long story short, I went and got me one made for myself. Next thing you know, everybody wanted one. So the apparel started first. Then there was some training that came into play because I was coaching semi-pro football. And there was some players that wanted some extra work, some one-on-one attention. And then that opened up the training part. And then after that, there was the curiosity of, you know what, a lot of these players, these semi-pro players, they want some opportunity somewhere. They may not be able to go to the NFL, but there may be some indoor or overseas opportunities. And that's where the player representation part came in. And so that's where I've been. Recently, I've actually took another jump by making my company actually certified now, where I can actually represent not only the indoor and overseas guys, but also the big guys, the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball.
How does that feel when you get a chance to represent folks in the major leagues like the NFL and the NBA? How does that feel?
Well, I'll tell you, to see a guy that I placed on the Iowa Barnstormers and to see his highlight and to hear the announcer say, "Hey, another tackle made by so and so," which his name was Dave Carteron. To hear that and say, "Wow, I helped him. My services helped him get that opportunity." Then I was also able to connect another dot, which was previously how happy these guys were for me to help them. And then after, of course, getting them somewhere, I see why they were so happy for me to help them because it got them to some opportunities.
How'd you
Go
get
ahead.
that? How'd you get that connection started? To have guys represented in the NFL. How did that get started?
In the NFL, well, I'm certified now under SMWW Sports Management Worldwide. That company actually, we have a guy by, you may know his name. His name is Cavante Turpin, all pro kick returner for the Cowboys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of our guys. He's not my guy personally, but he's one of our guys in the company by another agent who just so happened to name to be Bryan. Well, and he
Yes.
spells it like yours instead. So
Oh,
to
man.
see him who actually came from where some of the guys I've worked with, he came from those areas, the fan controlled football, the XFL, the USFL some time ago. That's where he come from. He actually made those jumps as well,
Mm-hmm.
or across those paths as well. And now he is at his ultimate spot in the NFL.
Yeah, USFL MVP Cavante Turpin
Yes.
now with the Dallas Cowboys, and that's got to be something huge for you to have that connection
Mm-hmm.
get to the ultimate goal.
Yep. It's awesome. It's awesome. And it feels good too because I'm walking around now because I actually left my charger. Um, and it feels so good too because to see, and again, before I actually got certified, I was actually perfecting this craft by helping those guys like that.
Ah, very good. Very, very, very good. And you're in St. Louis?
I am.
St. Louis,
Yep, I am in St. Louis.
home to the Cardinals, the baseball Cardinals, former home to the football Cardinals, home to the St. Louis Battlehawks of the XFL. And I was recently in St. Louis. I recently saw Busch Stadium, the new Busch Stadium. First time I've seen that in a while. And it's great to talk to you. And I have some things I'm going
You
to
saw the new
send.
stadium.
Yeah, I saw the new Busch
You
Stadium.
say you saw the new stadium?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. I did while we were on the road. It is great to talk to you.
Yeah.
I have some things I'm going to send to you because I would like your company to be an advertiser and a sponsor not only of this here program but Snowman in the Morning as well. And I got some things I'm going to send to you because I know you asked about it. I'm going to make sure I get that to you tonight before I go to bed.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Bryan Bills joining me here from the Sports Stuff Company. Check it out at Sports Stuff Company at sportstuff.com. Thank you very much, my friend. I love you and I appreciate you.
All right.
And I will make sure I get some things to you very quickly tonight. Thank you.
Okay. I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. I'll be here. I'll see you again.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Man, I love it. I love it. And Ryan McCarthy, aka Ryan McCarthy, posed a question to me. He said, "What is the website for Sports Stuff?" I'm gonna get it to you right now. It is sports. I said it wrong, and I apologize to those at the Sports Stuff Company. It is sportstuffco.com. I want to make sure I read this correctly. sportstuffco.com. That's the website for Sports Stuff. I want y'all to check it out. We're going to work on a deal where they're advertising on this program as well as the morning show and any other show that we bring in to Snowman Multimedia and Snowman Multimedia Radio. A break, and then final thoughts on some stuff. Back after this.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Hey everyone, I'm joined by my old friend, Mr. Ellis Williams, AKA Mr. Biggs. You called me and you told me, you said, man, I got CarShield and it worked. What made you get it?
I have this old SUV, and I know the manufacturer warranty is about to run out. I didn't want to get stuck with expensive car repairs.
Right.
So I gave CarShield a call. Coverage was very affordable, and there was no long-term contract. A few months after that, transmission went on my car. I took it to my mechanic. They called CarShield and saved my family on $2,400.
CarShield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles. You'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge.
Give CarShield a call today before it's too late. Remember,
CarShield cars go farther.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call 800-513-9263.
So this thing called sports, it has fans again. It has full stadiums, full arenas, and more. And you want to be a part of it, don't you? Of course you do. If you begin to scour the resale market, there will be tickets available. And what you need to get those tickets that you want so badly is SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the app available to you that lends a hand in helping you get the tickets that you want for the events that you want. SeatGeek rates the tickets on a 1 to 10 scale, and the best part is the tickets are vetted for authenticity, so you know what you are getting and you know you are not getting scammed. And now you can save even more by using the code SNOWMAN and getting $20 off with your very first purchase. Yes, you can do all of that with the power of SeatGeek, helping you get to the games that you want, so you fans can fan. So let's all fan.
We'll finish things up by taking a peek inside of the feedback zone presented by Fanatics. Go to Snowman Multimedia Sports.com/fanatics, and you can order your stuff there and you can support the show as well. My buddy the Warrior Howard Kinsel says amen, talking about everything that's going on. Victor Locke says now I'm here. Howard again says now you got to fight for your right. Ain't that the truth? And while Stacey was here, Ryan McCarthy, I know I'm going to repeat this. Once again, one of my new favorite YouTube channels has been Ben Lionel Scott's channel. He posts motivational speech compilations once a week. Cole Sports with the Z. Says, thank you, partner, for showing love. It is great that there are 2 black quarterbacks starting in the Super Bowl. I love the fact that there are 2 leading MVP candidates, period. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, let's concentrate on that. Victor Locke says, amen, brother. Cole Sports again. Thank you so much, Ryan McCarthy and Victor Locke, VLock83 for giving Cole Sports love. I truly appreciate the both of you. Well, Cole, we appreciate you. Ryan McCarthy says, and the Arena Football League is officially coming back in 2024. More football for us to cover. Yahoo! Hey, Ryan, what are the teams? Have they announced the teams yet? And he asked, what's the website for Sportstuff? Sportstuffco.com. Sportstuffco.com to answer that question. What are the teams in, what are the teams in the Arena Football League? Because I remember they had the Iowa Barnstormers. I remember they had the Arizona Rattlers. And they're going to return with 16 teams. Holy cow. I'm reading this now on Pro Football Talk, courtesy of NBC Sports. Let's see. Are they going to, did they announce it? They will play 16 teams. They will have 16 teams, and they will play a 10-game season. It originally launched in 1987. The 2009 season was canceled due to financial issues that resulted in bankruptcy. They rebooted with an LA-based franchise owned by Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons of KISS. Later in the decade, the league shrank to as few as 4 teams. In 2019, the league's final season, they have 4 franchises. Damn. I'm trying to find out what the teams are. Doggone it. Can't do there. Can't go there. I'm trying to find out what that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find out what the teams are. And McCarthy has an answer for me. They haven't announced the teams yet. They said they're going to 16 cities, and as I just read, a 10-game schedule. And it's probably going to wind up being 13 with the semifinals and then the championship. Whew. I can't wait to see it. That's not good. There were 6 teams in 2019. Yeah, I think I read that on Pro Football Talk. Announcement for you guys. There will be a CFL weekly show on this channel, on the Shady Sports Network channel, and many others, because a few friends of mine and I are busy putting it together as we speak. My co-host will be Desmond Dickey. I am working on the IDs and stuff as we speak to get everything together for the CFL week. I think I gave it a name. And the CFL week in review. There's going to be a lot of promotion for it. There's going to be a lot of promotion for it. Like I said, there's going to be, oh man, it's going to take, this show is really going to take off because we're in the planning stages now. Every show that I support, including No Credentials Required, including Cole Sports with a Z, including everything that Sam Shady put together. And Sam, I owe you a lot for allowing us to be a part of your team on StreamYard. I totally appreciate it. I do. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the olive branch you extended to help us get going again. That is very much appreciated because the presentation means a lot to me. Y'all know that, and I want to really do something right. I want to really do something right for the true fans of sports that know what happened, what didn't happen, and the fans that want to stick around, and the fans that have supported this show, including Sick Diggy all the way from Norway. So we are now an internationally syndicated show. I thank you guys so much. This is going to be over the air. This is going to be on radio stations over the air. I promise y'all that. And there's a person I'm going to reach out to and surprise and flood with promotional material. And with that, I'm near tears because I'm so happy that this is developing. I'm so happy that this is developing. I'm going to ask Cole Sports a favor. And Cole, my favor is, can you write an ass-kicking description for this show as well as the morning show? It's time for us to sell. It's time for us to sell these things and get going. Anybody that can help with with an accurate description of this show, because I'm good, but I need help. I'm reaching out to anyone that can piece a description together for this show. And I will use that description everywhere we go, on the website, on promotional materials, everything. If you go to snowmanmultimediasports.com, click on the page, The Bryan Snow Show. I have a description there, but I want it to be as accurate as possible. I don't want to miss any details. I do not want to miss any details. And to say I appreciate you guys is an understatement. And here we go with 6 promos. The Bryan Snow Show is proudly brought to you by Southside Slapbox Academy. Let the boxing be slapping. I love it. I love it. In homage to my roots, which, of course, I am from the south side of Chicago. Well, the premiere edition is complete. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Bryan Snow Show. And why is this the premiere edition? Because it's the 1st of February, and I want it to be done right. I want it to be done right. So I appreciate you guys for being patient. I appreciate you guys for hanging with me. Tomorrow, I got the con man, Michael Concesio. We're going to talk some NBA, and we're going to talk some All-Star mess, because All-Star Weekend is a mess. And to prime the pump for tomorrow, get ready to tell me some of your favorite All-Star memories. I can tell you quite a few of mine. But that is tomorrow. As for today, God bless y'all. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you for tuning into The Bryan Snow Show, where sports is the base, life and fun are the results.